Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl Butler, and you're listening to the Mighty Mommy's Quick and Dirty Tips podcast, which will help make your life as a parent a little bit easier and a lot more fun. Welcome! Today's episode is number 344, titled 10 Essential Parenting Strategies for When Life's Got You Down, because we all know that it's not a bed of roses every day of our lives. When I finally overcame 6 incredibly long years of infertility and became a mother 22 years ago, I naively thought that my most difficult days were behind me. 8 kids, 3 with developmental delays and significant learning difficulties later, and I wouldn't trade my life for challenges for anything. I can openly admit that there have been plenty of times, more than I can count in fact, that my parenting journey has been draining and, dare I admit it, uninspiring. Whether it be financial struggles, having to deal with defiant children, losing a job, loved one, or a relationship with your partner, or just feeling exasperated from constantly juggling work, home, and kids, it's hard to stay grounded and keep on plugging along sometimes. Mighty Mommy has experienced plenty of moments like these, so here are 10 essential parenting strategies that can help turn things around when life's got you down. Strategy number 1, accept it and let it go. One of the greatest gifts I've ever been able to give myself is letting go of things I have absolutely no control over. Worrying about what the future may hold for our family, what other people might be saying about us, or if something bad is going to eventually happen to ourselves or someone we love, is one sure way to take a bad situation and make it even worse. A study done by Dr. Walter Calvert, which was funded by the National Science Foundation, revealed that 30% of our worries are about events in the past, 40% of the things we worry about never even happen, and only 8% of our worries are real, legitimate issues. You might even consider making a list of everything you don't have control over. These are the things you can stop worrying about. Then either rip it up, or burn it, or visualize handing those items over to your higher power and letting them go. Then focus on what you can control, like taking better care of your health or how you react to others who might aggravate you. Turn the focus around to something that you can take charge of. Strategy number 2, find your happy place. One of the easiest things you can do in the moment to point your thoughts in a more positive direction is to go to your happy place. Most of us have such a place, and when we physically can't be there, we close our eyes and we dream about being there. It might be a tropical beach where you're sitting beneath a palm tree in a comfy beach chair with your toes submersed in cool sand as you lazily watch the waves lap against the shore. Or maybe it's sitting at the park watching your kids run happily all over the playground while you enjoy your favorite hot beverage. It could be something as simple as being curled up in your living room reading a great book all cozy in your favorite pair of PJs. Whatever image works for you in helping you to relax and unwind, go there as frequently as you need to until you're ready to get back at it and face the reality of what's happening in your life presently. Strategy number 3, practice being positive. For lots of parents, summer is the single most upbeat season of the year. Life seems carefree and, dare I say it, fun. But that can all change in a heartbeat when we realize that structure and endless commitments are about to take hold with the new school year that's arriving. That doesn't have to be the case if you learn to use my favorite parenting tool of all, one that can easily get shoved to the bottom of the toolbox on a regular basis, a positive attitude. I know from experience that my kids respond to the tone set by myself and their father. If one of us is having a bad day, my kids get tense and usually follow suit. But when we lighten up, joke around, and find something positive to focus on in the midst of the fall chaos, it teaches our children to do the same. Practicing to be positive is definitely a choice you make as a person and a parent. One of the best pieces of parenting advice I received years ago was from my own mom, and it was that no matter what, try and share a smile with your kids every day. It's an instant way to make them feel loved, and it will help you readjust your mindset as well. Strategy number 4, don't cover up the pain. Often when we're dealing with a tough break in life, one of our first reactions is to either run away from our feelings or pretend it's no big deal. That's exactly how I handled my many years of infertility. I became quite an actress and led people to believe that I was coping just fine and that it was no big deal if we had a baby or not. Eventually, though, I did see a therapist who helped me realize how detrimental it was to bury my feelings. Instead, I learned when you have that kind of pain, whether it's physical or emotional, when it shows up, it's much more healthy and helpful to mindfully notice it. Allow it to just be there. Let the pain move through you. So when a painful situation shows up at any point in your life while raising your family, take the time to stop and notice how you're feeling and rest in that moment until it passes. Strategy number 5, refuel your tank. Today's kids live very full and scheduled lives. While there's nothing wrong with that, it's also important to learn that we all need downtime on a regular basis to recharge our batteries. Get into the habit of incorporating time for self each and every week for all members of the family. Let your children see you lying on the couch reading or sitting at the table doodling. Take walks on the beach or in the park together. When our kids and other family members see us creating regular me time, it teaches them the important lesson that it's not selfish to step away from our harried schedules to refuel our tanks, but rather it's very vital to our overall healthy well-being. Strategy number 6, practice gratitude no matter what. Gratitude is a tricky concept. Most of us know that we should express gratitude for the major things in life, like having a roof over our heads, having food on the table each day, and having healthy children. Then there are the little things like appreciating the big tree in the backyard that our kids can climb, having a lake or ocean nearby to swim in on a hot summer's day, even just having access to a washer and dryer. When all is right in our world, it's easy to focus on the good. But the challenge is being able to maintain that focus when things are not going so well. Set up a habit of recognizing gratitude in your daily life, whether it be by keeping a handwritten gratitude journal or an online log of all that you're thankful for. Take the time to let others know you're grateful for the things they do for you and your family, no matter how small. Building gratitude takes practice, but when it is done regularly, it's a habit that will enhance you and your family's happiness. Strategy number 7, verbalize your feelings. I don't know about you, but one of my favorite ways to either process a situation or a decision I'm faced with, or to even rationalize something going on in my life, is to talk to myself out loud. There's something about verbally stating or repeating a scenario that helps put the entire matter into the proper perspective. So the next time you're faced with a parenting quandary, try verbalizing the scenario out loud in a regular tone of voice. It's simply describe what's going on and what you feel. There's no judgment involved, just a statement of facts about what's currently happening. For example, I feel annoyed. My kids are jumping on the furniture and haven't picked up their toys yet. Worse, my mother-in-law is due over any time now, and it will be obvious to her that they're all wound up and I can't control them. My chest feels tight and I feel like I want to yell. What you'll begin to notice as you do this is that you actually start to calm down when you verbalize your feelings, and you'll be able to get a better handle on your own emotions. Strategy number 8, one of my favorites. This too shall pass. When you're in a crisis, it's hard to see any way that things will improve, but with some distance, you may be able to see the situation in a different light. One of my favorite mantras in all my many years of parenting is, this too shall pass. If this one doesn't float your boat, find one that does, and when the going gets tough and you don't think you can survive for another minute, repeat it to yourself in the way of a little pep talk, so you can move forward with hope rather than doom and gloom. Strategy number 9, speaking of doom and gloom, limit negative influences. When life isn't going your way, try to spend as little time as possible around the Eeyores of the world. You know the type I'm talking about, don't you? People that always find fault with anything and everything. These are individuals who are not supportive or reliable and don't have your best interest at heart. Eeyores are typically judgmental, demanding, and critical. After being with them, you feel drained and depleted. In other words, they make you feel worse. Limit these negative influences and instead surround yourself with people who are joyful, appreciative, and can celebrate you and your family. Just because. Strategy number 10. Practice random acts of kindness. Living in the 21st century means living in a material-laden world. Hey, there's absolutely nothing wrong with enjoying the many sophisticated products of this wonderful time we live in, but we also need to do kind things for others just for the sake of paying it forward. Practicing regular random acts of kindness is a great way to do something wonderful for someone else and will automatically increase the joy in your own life, even when things are not going well. How do you cope as a parent when life has you down? Share your thoughts with us in the comments section at quickanddirtytips.com/mighty-mommy, or post your ideas on the Mighty Mommy Facebook page, or email me at mommy@quickanddirtytips.com. Be sure to sign up for the upcoming Mighty Mommy newsletter, which will be chock full of practical advice to make your parenting life easier and more enjoyable. Have a great week with your family. Thanks for listening, and until next time, everyone, happy parenting.